Speaking on his LBC show, the former UKIP leader claimed the only reason anti-Brexit Lord Patten speaks out in favour of the European Union is to ensure he retains his sizable EU pension. The Tory peer accused Brexiteers of supporting the UK government's approach to the Brexit negotiations only because they want to see the UK coming out of the Brussels bloc at any cost. He said, "The Brexiteers, having recognised that people wouldn't go along with the idea of a hard Brexit, with an over-the-cliffs onto-the-rocks Brexit, are now prepared to settle for anything. So it's not a question of no deal is better than a bad deal, the question is a bad deal is better than still having the possibility with no deal of being inside the European Union." LBC Sky Nigel Farage calls Lord Patten out on his anti-Brexit conflict of interest, so they're prepared to put lipstick on a pig if it's necessary. After playing the recorded clip of Lord Patten's speech on his radio show, Nigel Farage said, "I disagree with absolutely every single thing that Lord Patten just said there. But here's the interesting bit of the story for you. So, former European commissioners get incredibly generous pensions from the European Union. But, they are conditional pensions and they're only to continue to receive the pensions provided they uphold the original promise they made to the European Union when they became a commissioner in the first place, to uphold the treaties and the values of the European Union project." Former European commissioners get incredibly generous pensions from the EU, but they are conditional. Nigel Farage: "If he was to come out as a Eurosceptic, they would probably stop his pension. And I hope in future when Lord Patten stands up and speaks in this way in the House of Lords, he declares an interest before he does so." Speaking on the anniversary of Theresa May triggering Article 50, the former European Commissioner claimed the government has failed to come up with credible plans for the border between Northern Ireland and the Republic post-Brexit. He said, "The government have still not produced any even half-baked solution to the border question. Though they have promised again and again that they will do so," the peer will say. "There is a simple answer to the Northern Ireland border question and too much else besides. Let's stay in the customs union." The message to the Conservative cabinet should be simply, "You know it makes sense, that is, I predict, more or less what will happen." Lord Patten also claimed Brexit Secretary David Davis seems less confident now that the discussions have turned out to be more difficult than the promised walk in the park. In a rival speech at the event, Brexiteer Jacob Rees-Mogg said Remainers who refuse to accept the result of the European Union referendum are like the Japanese soldier who refused to surrender after the Second World War ended. Mr. Rees-Mogg, who chairs the Conservative pro-Brexit European Research Group, said reneging on the referendum result would be a national humiliation worse than the Suez Crisis. He likened opponents of Brexit to Japanese soldier Hiro Onoda, who spent 29 years in the jungle because he did not believe the war was over. The Tory MP said, with 1 year to go before the technical date of departure, this is the challenge to the decreasing number of Remainers who model themselves on Mr. Hiro Onoda, the Japanese soldier who finally surrendered in 1974, having previously refused to believe that the Second World War had ended.